Republican Congresswoman Martha McSally, who served 26 years in the U.S. Air Force, retiring as a colonel. She was a fighter pilot. Well, Congresswoman, your reaction to this?
Andrea, when I first heard about this, I was deeply disturbed, disgusted, and infuriated. The honor code of the Marines includes honor and courage and commitment, and it's this kind of behavior, going after your teammates, that trust is so important when we're a fighting force together. This needs to be investigated. People need to be held accountable for their behavior and crimes that were committed. There also needs to be support to the victims, and there needs to be really addressing the culture that brought about this behavior in the first place. I met with the Commandant yesterday, General Neller, to convey my concerns and my outrage and to address these issues that all need to happen. We can't just be looking just at this incident, but we need to be looking at the culture that brought about this behavior as well.
Did you get a response from him? I mean, he expressed concern publicly, but do they get how this really does get to the heart and soul, the DNA of the Marine Corps?
Well, I appreciated his response. If you've seen it on video, which was pretty strong, keep in mind that in his role, he cannot show undue command influence that could impact any future investigations or court-martials or those types of things. So he's a bit restricted on what he can say. I do believe in the conversation I had, which was very candid yesterday. I was, very forthright and strong in my response to this and what I'm expecting in my role as one of only 2 female veterans in the House and on the Armed Services Committee, and they've got a problem, and they've got to address it swiftly in those 3 tiers that I just talked about, and we're going to be holding them accountable moving forward.
Very briefly, Congresswoman, do you think that perhaps Senator Gillibrand was right in her arguments that these cases should be taken out of the chain of command and bring in civilian prosecutors to remove that weight?
Yeah, when we're looking at this case, again, there's potentially some veterans that are civilians that only civilian courts would apply. But for those that are currently in the service, we have what's called Article 134, other articles related to conduct unbecoming an officer, that we can actually take people up on charges because of their behavior eroding what we call good order and discipline and trust and teamwork and everything that we need in order to go into combat together. And so we actually have some ability to hold people accountable where civilian court doesn't have those types of crimes listed under the UCMJ. So again, the investigation needs to be swift to hold those accountable, working with civilians as appropriate because there may be some civilian veterans there. They're already moving on to other places and websites, so this is deeply disturbing. Ultimately, we got to get to the behavior and the culture of why people were choosing to do this. Also, the response of some people to the person who brought this to light, who's a Marine himself, Thomas Brennan, is disgusting. The fact that they're now making threats against his wife and his family, that is even showing more how deeply disturbing and disgusting this all is.
Well, you're one of the best arguments for why we need more women, more veterans as members of Congress, and thank you for your passion and your commitment. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Thank you for talking.